This is a Soul Hit production.
You have now tuned into Insight Sundays, the show that brings you relevant news, youth and political topics with a new direction and focus for our communities. Log in with Facebook and get connected. Here's your host, Adrian Mickens.
What's going on, Indianapolis, and welcome to another edition of Insight Sundays right here on AM 1310 The Light and Facebook Live. As always, we have to give a shout out to all of our sponsors, which are Andrew J. Brown Academy, Indiana Christian Leadership Conference, or ICLC, Buttons and Bows Hair Salon, Bethesda Temple Southeast Campus, New Vision Lighthouse Ministries, Hair Artistry Indy, Inner Beauty Program Incorporated, New Breed of Youth, Lighthouse Academy Charter School South and East Campus, Beach Grove Bible Church, and Sam Ash Music Store. Stay connected with us on all of our social media platforms, which is Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, and of course, by downloading our Insight Sundays mobile app on the App Store and Google Play Store. Again, download our Insight Sundays mobile app on the App Store and Google Play Store. As always, Indianapolis, we have another spectacular show for you guys this week. This week, we'll be interviewing Kelli Marshall, CEO of the Charles A. Tinley Network. Let's check it out. Today, I'm here at Charles A. Tinley Accelerated High School, and I'm here with the CEO, Mrs. Kelli Marshall. Hello, Mrs. Marshall.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for having me.
All right, awesome. So I just want to know all of your rich history in education and where you see Tinley Accelerated Schools moving forward. So I guess we can just start off. What's your background in education?
I'm a seasoned educator of more than 20 years experience, starting predominantly with Indianapolis Public Schools for 16 years, and then I transitioned over into the charter sector, and I've been with Tinley for 6 years now.
All right, and just to dig a little bit deeper, have you been an educator or a principal or both maybe?
I started off as a teacher, predominantly in the middle school grades,
Okay.
then transitioned on to program director, assistant principal, and most recently superintendent.
All right. And what made you want to come to Tinley Accelerated Charter Schools and become the CEO and change the brand and change the mantras that these students go by?
I've always watched the outcome. Tinley Accelerated Schools has a history of not just high performance, but their scholars who are transitioning onto those college campuses are making a difference. And I've always had a desire to impact students not just within the walls of their school, but also outside in the greater community.
All right. And speaking of that too as well, are you a big fan of the college trips? Do you guys take those like every semester during the summer months? How does that work?
Definitely. We try to expose our scholars, even as young as our kindergarten and first graders, to those college campuses, because I feel that we can talk the talk all day long, but it's not until you expose students to that college environment that they get a true understanding of what to expect.
And what's the feel that you get when you're on those college trips, or things that you hear when you're on those college trips when the students come back? What's some feedback that the students give? We always say that, doing things are great, but, accuracy and results are everything. So what's the feel when the students go on those college trips?
Well, prior to students attending trips, they have these, I would say, great ideas of where they want to attend. And more times than not, it's out of the state. And then when you put them on that bus and you take them, that could be as close as the University of Evansville, about 3 hours away, they start to recognize and appreciate home.
Yeah.
So we can see in the past 2 to 3 years, those students who are choosing to go to school here in Indiana has started to grow. So we do have a large variety of kids that will take those college trip experiences and continue on and say, I want to go out of state. But what we're finding is they start to appreciate Indiana and what we have to offer.
Absolutely. And basically, a lot of what I got at what you said has to stem around foundation, and a great foundation from home. What is the support that you guys get here at all the Tinley Accelerated Schools from the parents?
Our parents are phenomenal. I think that is that when people ask what's the secret sauce, our programming, without a doubt, our Stern culture, without a doubt. However, our parental involvement and support is literally what distinguishes us between any other charter school in the network. Our parents are absolutely engaged, involved, and they stay educated. And that's what makes our students even more successful.
That's so awesome. I personally myself have had an opportunity to tour all of the campuses, and I've seen that each campus, as far as administration, lives by the mantras and the new details of the ways that you want to see all the accelerated schools work, and they all do it. Why is it that, or I won't say why is it, how is it hard or is it easy to find the correct staffing to meet your vision?
That's extremely challenging. You have to have people who are bought into the work, and not just the work of education. It's the work of transformation. We're not just in the business of producing high-performing scholars. We literally plan for our scholars to take over the world. And if you don't have that type of investment, then you're probably not a good fit. So at times it's challenging, but ever so often you find those leaders that will walk through that door that are already making an impact within their community, and they're the ones I want.
Awesome. And much like what I just said before, I got an opportunity to experience the graduation that you guys had downtown, and a lot of the feedback that I've heard from the parents as well as the valedictorians and everybody who was on stage. It was just wonderful feedback, and I can really sense all that love. Can you kind of elaborate on the community support from people coming in who pour into Tinley, whether it's money or resources?
Tinley is a family. And once our scholars have an opportunity to shine and show exactly what they're destined and determined to do, the community steps in. From our donors that, like you said, will offer some type of financial contribution to those that literally offer time. We're appreciative of both assets, and it helps our jobs in producing the best of the best.
Awesome. And speaking of graduation, what was the college graduation rate, acceptance letters, all that good stuff? Do you have those numbers?
Oh, most definitely. 55 of our seniors walked across that stage.
Right.
100% of them have been accepted into more than one four-year accredited universities. We have over 511 acceptance letters and over $16 million in scholarship and aid.
All right. And with those colleges, maybe you know this or maybe not, how many are in state and how many decide to go out of state?
There are approximately 30 that have committed to stay within state. The others, again, they're not going too far out of Indiana. However, we all know that all of them were accepted to a college or university here in state. But as far as signed and committed, we're well over 30, actually.
And I asked that because at graduation, I seen that you guys had a past alumni come and speak. So how many of past alumni come back to the school and pour back into you guys as you guys have poured into them in the past?
All of them.
All right.
We have, I can confidently say that if I call on an alum, whether they met me during their time here at Tinley or not, they come through. Our Tinley alum, not only do they support it, in the extracurricular activities, but we have Tinley alum who are now working with us, and our students also know that if they're out on those campuses, it's an expectation that alum reach out to them. So our alum, very strong.
Hello, my name is Crystal Hines of the Inner Beauty Program, where I'm the founder and president. We have been enriching and inspiring and empowering youth ages 8 to 18 since 2002. Our original purpose of the program is to have girls focus on their inner attributes in a world where the outer appearance is the focal point. We have a dynamic staff of women who are here to provide all types of programming for your young ladies, including life coaching, mentoring, tutoring, boot camps, and special events. Please stay connected with us through our website, myinnerbeautyprogram.org, our Facebook page, Inner Beauty Program Inc., and our mobile app, Inner Beauty. Thank you.
Download New Boy mobile app. Check out our features. Comprehensive homepage. Scheduled events. Real-time notifications. Latest news. Download on App Store and Google Play.
Hello, my name is Sister Ariane Anderson, and I am the Youth Director at Bethesda Temple Southeast Campus. Here at Bethesda Temple Southeast Campus, I have the opportunity to work with children of all ages. We offer so much for our children. They are a highlight of our church. Every Sunday, we offer youth services for our children, and every fourth Sunday of each month, we allow for our children to co-lead our services. Also, our youth nights are powerful. Every fourth Friday at 7 p.m., we come together in unity. During our youth nights, we get to praise, we get to worship, and our children get to fellowship with other children. At Bethesda Temple Southeast Campus, our pastor, Derek and Lady Valerie Miller, are committed to serving our youth. So come out to Bethesda Temple Southeast Campus. It's the place where God is.
Buttons and Bows Nail and Hair Salon welcomes you to our new location at 6233 Allisonville Road, where we service all nationalities. We are a full nail and hair salon. Booth space available. Call 317-362-0323 for more info.
Since 4th grade, Indianapolis Lighthouse College Prep has been my home.
Lighthouse gave me the opportunity to take college classes for dual credits.
Lighthouse allows me to do community service, mentoring younger students.
At Lighthouse, I take classes geared towards a career that I'm interested in.
I'm a Lighthouse Scholar from kindergarten to college.
I am a Lighthouse Scholar from kindergarten to college.
I'm a Lighthouse Scholar graduating this year and on my way to college. Apply at lighthouse-academies.org.
Beach Grove Bible Church. Beach Grove Bible Church. Beach Grove Bible Church. Beach Grove Bible
Church. During the last 5 years, National Heritage Academies ranked in the top 25% of U.S. schools for academic growth.
I'm learning a lot.
We want you to have academic success, but we want you to have emotional success.
They teach me to be a good person.
My children feel very safe.
That's why 92% of our parents recommend us.
We are in the business of producing excellent human beings. That's our legacy to the world.
Hello, everybody. My name is Pastor Aaron Boyd. I'm the pastor at New Vision Lighthouse, and we're located at the corner of 46th and Arlington and Devonton Plaza. We welcome you to come and worship with us every Sunday at 11 a.m. We have midweek Bible study on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Our mission is simply this: to let our light shine in our communities and in our families. You can like us on Facebook, visit us on the web at newvisionlighthouse.com. God bless you. Be careful and be prayerful.
I just got the best deal on my new guitar at Sam Ash.
I always get advice I can trust.
I got it in time for my gig.
The coolest selection of music and sound gear, always at the guaranteed lowest prices. Sam Ash, the real deal. Get zero interest financing for 24 months with your Sam Ash credit card.
Okay, all right. Well, let's talk a little bit about the fine arts and extracurricular departments that you guys have here, school clubs to be specific to as well. We can start with sports. How are your athletic programs, and what did you guys do the past school year rolling into this school year?
So we found out that Tinley is not just great at academics, but we are a Division I state championship team, award-winning team in basketball. We have also racked up some awards in our regionals and sectional championships with volleyball and also girls basketball. Our football team, I want to say last year, I think they won their very first sectional. We've got track scholars that have qualified for state, and then we found out as well that the fine arts were also something that our kids were passionate about. And so just recently, this Christmas, we had the Tinley Choir performing for the Circle of Lights. Awesome. They've performed for the United Arts Council, and we have a very rich student population involved with the arts as well. I know a lot of people know our star basketball player, Eric Hunter, for his basketball skills. But what they may not know is that Eric is also an artist. And so when he's not on the court, he is painting. So we try to offer as much of a well-rounded opportunity for all of our scholars.
All right. And speaking about, the basketball team, I know that there's been just a few changes here at Tinley. Can you speak about the new head coach of Kevin Butler and how much of a success he's been here for you at the school?
Sure. We are truly appreciative of every other coach that puts in the time with our scholars, both past and current. Kevin Butler and I actually crossed paths when he and I were working in another charter district.
Okay.
And he was completely responsible for bringing extracurriculars to that district that I was in. And so when it came time for us to find a replacement coach, he literally was the first to come to mind. He has a background in social work and counseling, and so he also holds that hat as well. He is a respected, individual, and the scholars completely have gravitated toward him. And he's a decent coach also.
All right. Took you guys all the way.
Definitely.
Well, we spoke about the coach, but what about the staff, as a whole? What is it that really strikes you about the staff and about their importance to the school and working with the scholars?
Our teachers are amazing. Our teachers and administrators, and again, I think I said this earlier, it's all about the work. When teachers are committed to the work, then that additional hour per day comes easy to them. That additional Saturday that they offer at least one time per month usually turns into 2 to 3 times per month. Our teachers are always going above and beyond, even so much so that they will offer their personal contact information so that they can stay in touch with their students both during the school year and in those summer hours. It's never hard for us to find staff members that are willing to give that extra time for a student in need.
Awesome. Back to the school clubs. I know that you guys have 2 big ones that you guys, I think, maybe started last year or maybe 2 years before. Let's talk a little bit about the robotics program. I got a chance to actually go in and see what the students was creating, and this isn't, some table robot. Like, this is the real deal with the whole 9 yards. I would just say that. I don't want to go into my nerd mode, but the whole 9 yards was there. So can you speak about the robotics program?
Well, I'm definitely not the expert, but I will say our high school principal, Marlon Llewellyn, had a passion for robotics, and he hit the ground running. The minute he joined the Tinley or rejoined the Tinley family 2 years ago, he found a small population of students that were interested that quickly grew into over 20 members. And those scholars now participate in the various robotic leagues, not only within the city, but also out of the city. And they were able, I think, to secure if not 2 Rookie of the Year awards.
Okay.
And so they are really producing. And it helps us because we have a very rich computer science and robotics curriculum at the middle school level. And so it was nice to have students who were matriculating from the middle school have that opportunity as well. And we are excited to announce that we will, through a gracious donation through Tom Riley, we will be opening a new science and engineering lab here, breaking ground next year.
All right. Will that have coding classes in there too as well?
It will have coding classes because we also have a partnership with the Kinsey Academy, and 5 of our scholars actually travel off-site and train with adults who are learning coding as well. And so we're trying to move in that computer science mode also.
Yeah. I myself even know, but computer science is the wave of the future. I won't say, it is the future. It is the now, it's the present. It's what we use. And it's what this new generation, when they step out, as we say, quote unquote, the real world, will have to have access to.
Definitely.
For the students here, do you think, from your point of view, from your vantage point, from the past to now, what is the high success rate of all of your college students who have went on to college that you know of?
Right now, we are averaging about 80% of our students 100% of them, since the day we opened the doors, have been accepted into those 4-year accredited universities. We're about 80% who have matriculated through those 4 years without any stumbles. And we're continuing to maintain amazing GPAs while we're there. And more of them are going into those fields of STEM. We definitely see that.
And I ask that question because, we know how parents want to make sure, and as well as they should, to see the accuracy of data. It's one thing to talk about it, but it's one thing to show accuracy in data. So I appreciate you informing everybody here in Indy about the accuracy that the scholars do have here of success rate here at Tinley Accelerated Charter Schools.
Definitely.
if anybody wants to get in touch or try to enroll their scholar here at the school, how many different schools do you guys have, and how does all that come about?
So we have actually currently 6. We'll consolidate to 5 schools across the east side here, 3 elementary schools, and 1 co-ed middle school and our high school. Anyone interested in enrolling can literally contact our enrollment coordinator, Miss Janine Young, at area code 317-545-1745. Or you can go right onto our website at www.tinley.org and hit right on the link.
All right. And last thing, I know that each school has a specific inner culture that they do from an educational standpoint. What's the specialty about each school?
Sure. We've got, with the 3 elementary schools, Tinley Genesis, that's located right off of Fall Creek in Illinois, is a predominantly music and infused art school. Tinley Renaissance is our Leader in Me school, and a large percentage of those students will matriculate into the middle school where there's a continued leader focus. And then Tinley Summit, located on 39th and Dewberry on the far east side, has a STEM and engineering focus.
All right. All right. Well, I appreciate it, Mrs. Marshall. Thank you for your time today. And Indianapolis, you've heard it right here first. Come and check out Charles A. Tinley Accelerated Charter School.
Thank you, Indianapolis, for tuning in to another edition of Insight Sundays right here on AM 1310 The Light and Facebook Live. As always, Indianapolis, make sure you stay connected with us on all of our social media platforms, which is Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, and of course by downloading our Insight Sundays mobile app on the App Store and Google Play Store. Again, by downloading our Insight Sundays mobile app on the App Store and Google Play Store. And we will check you guys out next week.
This is a Soul Hit production.